welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Mikkel. I am a digital nomad, freedom coach, and entrepreneur. Really excited to have you guys here. I have been living in Valencia for the past month, and here I'm just going to unravel everything I've been experiencing, what it's like living here, price, safety, what it's like only speaking English here, and kind of my overall experience. So to begin with, why I'm in Valencia. So Valencia, because of the location, it actually happens to get like a little over 300 days of sunshine a year, and it is the month of November, and they're only supposed to get 3 days of rain. And I am someone that chases summer, so this was really appealing to me, and that's part of the reason I ended up in Valencia. Other reason being, I've heard that it was cleaner, more safe, and more affordable than, let's say, Barcelona or Madrid. Now, when I first arrived, I really didn't know what to expect. So getting here, I found using the train system and getting through the airport to be pretty easy. But the thing to note is if you are flying into Barcelona or Madrid, taking a train here and buying it the day of can be expensive. So I definitely recommend getting your train tickets before. I like Rome to Rio. I didn't get my train ticket before, and I ended up paying like $90 US to go on a 2-hour train. Once arriving here, I was staying in an area called Rusafa, which is basically kind of the hipstery area. It's got a lot of cafes, a lot of restaurants and gyms around it. And I was staying in a co-living. Now, if you're not sure what a co-living is, I'm going to link another video below this where I'm actually giving a tour of my co-living and explaining my experience in the co-living. So since I was staying in the co-living, there was about 8 other people staying there, which was great, which made it really easy for me to make friends and not really have to explore too much alone when I first got here. So first off, as far as the restaurants go, the food is amazing. They have these menus called Menu Dia. I know I'm messing that up, so sorry guys. But basically what you can get is an appetizer, your meal, and a dessert, usually for around 10 euro. Now, I know if you're from the US, like 10 euro, you can barely buy Chipotle with that. So for me, I love lunchtime here. Now, the con of the restaurants is Spain is very lax, it's very chill, but it is very specific when you are allowed to eat. So, lunch does not start till 1 or 1:30, and then dinner you can't go until about 8:30, but a lot of the dinner reservations are around 9. Now, with that being said, Spain is all about enjoying life and enjoying time together. So when you go to a restaurant, it's gonna be a 2-hour experience, especially if you're doing that menu that I mentioned. So if you're someone that you like to like kind of eat and leave, that is not really gonna be the case here. Now, because it is a longer experience and they want you to really enjoy it, you're gonna find if you don't have a reservation or something, it may be hard to get in because a lot of the restaurants will only seat like one group to eat for lunch at that table and one group to eat there for dinner. It's a bit of a different culture than the US where it's sit down, eat, get out. It's more of a welcoming experience and just overall more long. Now, the other thing with Valencia, so obviously it is a city. It is a very clean city. I haven't really seen anyone cleaning the streets, but I know that they have to be because like it is super clean. It is also very safe. I have yet or had any friends that have had any type of bad experiences. As a female traveler, I do walk around at night. I don't feel sketched out or anything like that. The city is really great though. Obviously I mentioned the restaurants. There's tons of restaurants, and then females, there is loads of shopping and like just amazing store after amazing store. When I first got here, like every day I was just like going through the stores. I'm like, oh, I want this, and then I'm reminded with my minimalism that like I actually don't have space for like any of this stuff. But great for shopping. It's also a very bikeable city. My biking is not really up to par to be on like main roads, but they do have bike lanes, and I have a lot of friends here who bike everywhere, and because of the warm weather and sunshine, it is very possible to do. Now, the other thing with Valencia is it has the beach. Now, the beach is beautiful. So it's on the Mediterranean, so the water is super clear. It's also very warm. Like even in November, I was like shocked to see people like swimming in their swimsuits and like laying out at the beach, and it's like 60 or 70 degrees, and it's because the water is so warm. Also, the beach is super big. So if you're someone that you like to kind of isolate out at the beach, maybe you want to read, maybe you want to meditate, have kind of your own space, the beach here is perfect. The other thing that I love about the beach is there is like a massive like boardwalk. And so this is great for like riding bikes or even walking down. For me, I've really enjoyed just biking down the beach and eating along the beach. And there's a lot of different restaurants, and they are very affordable. Now, the other thing that I love about this city is the parks. So as you can see here, I am sitting in a park. There is beautiful parks all over the city. And what's nice is like, I don't know if it's because I've come from different areas in the US, but usually if you're in a park in the US, there tends to be kind of some weirdos, and you're always kind of like trying to dodge different things. And here, like, I've yet to encounter anyone sketchy or weird, like sleeping in the parks or anything. The parks are just kept beautiful and great for exercising, walking around, shooting YouTube videos. Now, overall, I'm going to have to rate Valencia, honestly, 10 out of 10. It's safe, it's beautiful, it's affordable. Now, let's talk about pricing. So if you're thinking of coming to Valencia, now if you're wanting to eat, I would say most of your meals out, which would be probably eating out 2 meals a day. I would say you could easily budget yourself around 150 to 200 US dollars a week, and that would be eating out for 2 meals a day. Now, if you did do groceries and maybe you just went out for dinner, you could easily live here for under $100 a week. Now, as for the stays, so short-term stays in Valencia actually tend to be kind of expensive. I'm not exactly sure why, but if you do a short-term stay like me for a month, I am paying 1,300 US dollars, which for me, I consider kind of expensive. I do have my own room, my own bathroom and kitchen and everything like that. But most people in Valencia actually tend to pay, if you know someone or are staying in a longer term lease, around 300 to 600 euro. So when it comes to the stay, my best advice would be utilizing Facebook groups, or even trying to get some type of realtor, or booking obviously a longer term stay. Now, when I came here, I mentioned there was 8 people staying at my co-living, so I wasn't really alone. However, some of those people started to filter out, and as I mentioned, I don't speak any Spanish, and people here do speak English, but it would be much better if I knew Spanish and make it a lot easier for me to meet people. So I have been utilizing Facebook groups, and I'm gonna go ahead and link those groups down here below. I joined about 3 different ones before I came here. I've met 4 different girls off the groups, and then I've met about 10 or so different guys. And honestly, it's been a great experience. All the girls were from places that I never had friends before, like Russia and Ecuador. And it was really cool to connect with them. And it actually wasn't weird at all. So if you're someone that you're wanting to come to Valencia, but you're like, I don't know anyone, what do I do? Facebook groups are key, and it's great. Like, you can meet people and go out and really just have a great time with coming here without any type of background. And speaking of going out, the clubs are amazing. The only con is the clubs don't really heat up until like 2 a.m. So like, you don't show up to the club until 1:30 maybe. If you show up around 12, no one's gonna be there, and then you stay there until, most people stay till about 6 or 7 a.m. For me, I cash out at about 5. I'm exhausted. So I've definitely noticed living in Spain, everything is about 2 hours back. Like I mentioned, the lunch doesn't start till 1, dinner doesn't start around 8. So obviously going out is even later, which is something that I have had to adjust to. Now, the other thing that Spain does have is they do have legal weed clubs where you can join and smoke. And so I did get to check out some of that, and that was really cool. And I'm going to link a separate video for anyone that is over the age of 18 if they want to hear about my experience doing that and what that was like for me. But just kind of tie this up, highly recommend Valencia. I'm going to link below my favorite restaurants, clubs, hair salons, and just overall favorite areas. But it is a great city, and just so many amazing people, clean and affordable. I hope that you guys found this video helpful. Be sure to subscribe to my page. I'm going to be talking about my journey as a digital nomad, traveling during COVID, how I started living like this, and just anything kind of random in between that I've experienced living on the road for the past year. And hope everyone has an awesome day. See you guys. Bye.